Hi guys, I'm 27 days into a whole food plant-based 30-day challenge, and today I'm going to show you what I eat in a day. First things first, what is a whole food plant-based diet? The way we're interpreting it here is basically a vegan diet with minimally processed foods. Really important lesson I've learned on this diet is that minimally processed is quite a gray area, so it is up to the user to define it themselves. For myself, I've really just been trying to eat as many plants as possible. I've been buying a lot of whole grains in bulk. Beans have made up the majority of my protein. A lot of beans this month. And really besides that, if I'm buying anything at the store, I'm just checking the label to make sure that the ingredients are super clean. So no preservatives, no fillers, and no added sugars. So that's my definition of a whole food plant-based diet. Breakfast. Okay, for breakfast every day this month, I have had a bowl of oatmeal. If that sounds really boring, it actually hasn't been. I find it's quite warm and filling, and it's a nice reason to get out of bed in the morning, if nothing else. For my oatmeal, I've been using steel-cut oats. Again, oats actually get processed. If you're getting rolled oats, they've been rolled with a machine. So steel-cut oats are a wholer form. You can also get groats. That's a really whole food form of oats. But steel-cut oats are readily available, so I've been using those to make my oatmeal in the mornings. For my oatmeal this morning, I cooked up some steel-cut oats. I added hemp seeds. It adds a little extra plant protein and also has omegas, so that's good. And then I used a nut milk that I got at the store. You can make your own nut milk at home if you're a purist, but I just looked for a brand where the only ingredients were nuts and water. And this brand is really great. They have hazelnut milk, they have walnut milk, they have cashew milk, and you just have to make sure you get the unsweetened kind with those minimal ingredients. So I added that, and then I added some cacao powder. Again, just check the label, make sure that you're not getting something with sugar and cacao and that it's just cacao. When my oatmeal's almost done cooking up, I like to add some flax seeds as well. And then in a separate pan, what I like to do is get some frozen berries, and I add a splash of water in there, and I just cook it on low heat, and the berries get nice and warm and juicy, and then the juice kind of like cooks down. So you're not adding any sweeteners, but it does make almost like a syrupy, thick, concentrated, nice topping for your oatmeal. Recently, I've been adding a little scoop of tahini as well, another seed in there, and that just helps add a little extra fat to it. If you're getting tahini, you do have to make sure, once again, that the label just has sesame seeds on it. Some brands do add oil, so that's something to check for. And then on top, I just sprinkled a few more hemp seeds, mostly just for like the crunch and the look of it. And that was my very delicious oatmeal breakfast. After breakfast, I take a multivitamin. I'm taking Hummus Base Control, and I think it's just like a nice insurance policy for your nutrients, especially when you're on kind of any specialty diets and you're removing food groups. It's good just to throw a multivitamin in there to make sure you're covering all your bases. One supplement from Hum that I have been finding really helpful on this challenge is Hum's Flatter Me. So it's a broad spectrum digestive enzyme, and it helps just basically break down food so your body can more easily digest it. So I'll have that occasionally after a big meal if I'm feeling bloated or gassy. Again, if you're not used to eating a lot of beans and you add a lot of beans to your diet, that can happen. So I have taken that a few times and found it really helpful. An important thing to know about this diet is that you will be cooking a lot because it's hard to eat out and find things without processed ingredients, and you don't really know what's in there. So I usually make a big meal every few days and then eat leftovers. So my leftovers for lunch today are a split pea yellow dal. I got it from the How Not to Die cookbook by Dr. Michael Greger. Really great nutrition resource. If anyone is interested in learning more about the benefits of whole foods plant-based diet, I highly suggest reading his materials. I like to add butternut squash to it as I'm cooking just to add another vegetable, and then it also cooks in with spinach. So I'm having that with a side of just brown rice, and it's really wholesome, filling. It tastes super good, super clean. It's my favorite lunch. I tend to get snacky in the office around 3 or 4. Prior to this challenge, I used to just go for like a really tall cup of goldfish, and those were fun times. But this month, I haven't been doing that. Instead, I cut up a green apple, and then I just have that with a handful of walnuts. And it is sweet and crunchy, and the walnuts have a lot of healthy fat in it, so that combination really helps me stay full and feel satisfied. Don't even need those goldfish. For dinner, I'm having some more leftovers. This recipe is for a stuffed sweet potato. I found it on the Happy Pear. That YouTube channel is so fun, guys. Like, I used to be obsessed with Food Network, and it's kind of sad when you go on like a vegan diet because all of a sudden Food Network really doesn't apply to you. But their channel is great. They have a ton of videos with all these awesome plant-based recipes, whole ingredients. So I found this one on there. To make this recipe, you cut whole sweet potatoes in half, let them roast in the oven for about an hour, and then you scoop out the insides, put that in a bowl, set it aside, pop the skins back into the oven to crisp up for like 10 minutes, and then you're gonna mix the inside sweet potato mixture with corn, with black bean, some scallions, cilantro, I think there's some cumin in there, I added a jalapeno, and you just mix that up, put it back into the crispy sweet potato skins, and then we topped with avocado. My boyfriend was very nice enough to make a healthy hot sauce with no added ingredients at home, so we used that to top the sweet potatoes. 'Twas delicious, very satisfying, and I'm excited to eat it again for dinner tonight. I do have a pretty big sweet tooth, so if at the end of the day I'm feeling like I need a little dessert, I usually just have a date, and it gets the job done. I don't know why, but it really does. It's like having a little mini Snickers bar, so I'll have maybe one, maybe two, maybe three of those if I really want to go nuts, but they're great, and they do the job. So that's it. That's everything I eat in a day. And if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. You should also check out my full review of a whole food plant-based diet for 30 days. I'll link that below for you as well. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel to see more updates. We will see you soon. To make this recipe, I'm like spitting a lot, I can see it, it's flying. Okay. To make this recipe, you cut, it just happened again. Sorry.
Not on the lens.